Philippines Network, Radyo Ronda, DZBS Baguio, member kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Karambola sa DWIZ, programang sasagutin ang iba't ibang isyu at mga balita. Karambola sa DWIZ, tatalakayin, hihimayin at pagtatalunan ang iba't ibang mga isyu. Karambola sa DWIZ, programang pwede kang mag-uusap, pero for now, pwede ka rin mas-run. At ngayon, narito na ang inyong mga karambulista at ang programa Karambola sa DWIZ.
Yung indexing ng pension, which I think since yung military yung nagdi-discuss sila yung nag-bring up ng indexing Ang pension indexing po, yan po yung pag-a-adjust to real values ng ating pension. Kasi hindi natin gustong matulad dun sa SSS. Holy cow, isa pa yung kailangan ayusin. Diba? Ang tagal-tagal mong empleyado, tapos, magre-retire ka. At the time magre-retire ka, malaking bagay yung 4,000 pesos a month. Flash forward, 10 years later, nag-devalue na yung 4,000 pesos na yan. Pero yan lang pa rin ang bibigay. Hindi real value for what you invested in your retirement when you were young and strong and the money still had value. So yun ang isa pang hindi pinag-uusapan. Yun yung problema, hindi pinag-uusapan ng SSS. Yes.
Kasi mas ang SSS kaysa GSIS.
Mas malawak yung kanyang base. So kasi yung sa government, it's easy to adjust kasi gobyerno yan Diba? Mabilis yung processes. Pero sa SSS, pag inulan ka pa ng mga technical terms ng mga investment experts, bankers, financial analysts, economists, etc. Wala kang say. And ang nangyayari is we tend to accept na yung mga retirees natin in the private sector should be happy with 4,000 pesos or less.
Gano'n na nga nangyayari. Patuwa ka na, may nakukuha kang ganyan. Yan.
Di ba, ang sakit nga nung pandemic. So may ayuda yung mga may 4Ps and all that. Pero kung may pension ka, kahit ganong kahampas lupa yung pension mo, 1,000, 2,000, di ka bibigyan ng ayuda. So, it's time for, kumbaga, real talk na natin to. I-discuss na dapat ng gobyerno yan because we cannot keep this. This situation cannot hold kasi
unsustainable na operation yan.
Lalo na, nagmamahal ang presyo ng pagkain.
Yung real talk, sino dapat mag-initiate at sino dapat umasikaso?
Of course, the retirees themselves, meron na mga association yan, plus of course, Congress.
Yes,
kasi
it's
kailangan
legislative.
Legislative action yan the other thing, of course, is yun na lang disparity in terms of pension. Alam mo, nung nagkaroon ng konting grumbling tungkol dyan sa military pension and uniform personnel pension, it na-bring out yung mga ultra shall we say subsidy na naibibigay doon sa pension ng iba't ibang mga offices, Supreme Court, justices. Yan, na-bring out yan constitutional offices.
Ang tataas ng kanilang
PRC.
At ang nag-raise yan,
these are laws na dapat tinitignan palagi because may implication yan tungkol pag sinasabi, di ba sinabi nga ni si Senator Lacson mismo nagsabi, si Secretary Joke na nagmamadali naman mabuti ganyan ang BSP ka
ang laki ng BSP. By the way, yung bang tawag dun sa ng BSP? Governor ng BSP is the highest paid official in government. Higher than the president, mas malaki pa yung plus ang laki ng retirement nila.
Benefits.
So nobody's talking about that. Dapat tanggapin ng SSS pensioners na basta you will always get less than 15,000 a month. Tapos gusto mo yung military, kantiin mo yung pensions that were already guaranteed to the military. Gusto mo ngayon pa lang i-reverse mo. Mas mahirap kaya yon yung tumatanggap ka ng a certain amount, you already expect a certain amount ng pension, tapos sasabihin mo, midstream into their career, ay sorry, hindi ka natatanggap ng ganon. Maghirap na lang tayong lahat, pero hindi siya maghihirap. This is blatant na ano.
Sinabihan siya ni Senator Lacson. Times 5, times 10 kayo eh. Kaya kayo ganyan eh.
It doesn't apply to them.
These things do not apply to you. Paano yan? Yan ang malaking issue tungkol dyan. So, well, somehow, number one, we are not saying that we should not look into... No, we should actually look into these things. Kasi it's about time that we work out sustainable arrangements for all of those who have been working all their lives. Looking forward to some reasonable pension system, affordable to them, and accessible din. Kasi minsan alam mo ba, minsan pag halimbawa sa SSS, pag hindi na nagbayad yung employer mo at lahat, kawawa ka na. Oo. Problema ka. Malaking problema ka. Yung mga hindi pa
Alam niyo kung ma-address natin yung kahit isang aspeto lang ng corruption sa gobyerno. Mapupundohan natin yung SSS, yung it's, ewan ko, nakakaawa eh. Nakakaawa.
Pwede naman talaga yun. Ma-workout.
Correct.
Ngayon, ang isa pang dapat na tignan natin, mamaya pag-usapan natin yung sa nangyayari sa House or sa rumblings.
Ang dami hindi makahintay.
Pero,
dami nga nagtatanong.
Pero, we just wanted to note na natapos na yung discussions between the Philippines and the Kuwaiti government.
Okay.
Nga pala. Ano yung outcome?
Wala pa. They have not
hindi
come
pa nila
out.
ina-announce di ba?
Hindi pa ina-announce. But this should be a wake-up call to all of us, especially those that are handling our overseas employment program. Tignan natin ulit. I-review natin yung ating mga terms and conditions, the way we are handling our processes. Nang sa ganun, hindi tayo aabot sa ganito. Na palagi na lang tayo pagkakaroon. Because this applies not only to Kuwait. It applies to all of the other countries where we are sending our workers.
Saan may mga manggagawa tayo?
Kailangan matignan na mabuti yan at lahat kung paano. And I'm glad that Department of Foreign Affairs and the embassy got really involved into this discussion kasi sometimes sa kanila nanggagaling din yung problema. Kasi hindi nila alam kung paano makipag-usap. Kung ikaw masyado kang mahilig sa cocktails, talagang hindi ka nahilig. Diba?
Akala ko ba doon ka sa cocktails
Kaya natamaan doon.
Makaubos sa mga pinto na kadalasan ay pinid. Ganun
hindi nangyayari yun. Hindi mo kinakausap yung Workers Association mo doon. Tapos kung ano-anong gagawin mo pagdating sa cocktail parties nyo, di tapos ka na. Hindi mo kakilala kung sinong dapat mo kausapin. Minsan ganyan the conclusive arrangements do not come in formal negotiation, yung mga didiscussing kayo across the table. Hindi. Nagagawa yan doon. Tawagan mo sa telepono, kilala mo or whatever. Di ba?
Okay.
Maraming ganun
Addressin ko lang kasi biglang nabuhay yung 1,000 pesos na dagdag na sa SSS. Ganito po yun. Pinangako ni Pangulo yan. Pangulong Duterte. Ito sa campaign promise. Sa pagkaupo niya, napataas nila ng 1K ang pensyon. Now, there was supposed to be a second round. Sabi talaga ng actuarial studies at saka yung mga fund managers sa SSS, hindi talaga kaya kung tataasan yan. Kasi kailangan may paghuhugutan tayo ng mga yan. So base dun sa mga contributions at sa current investments at saka yung mga rate of return na yung mga yan, hindi talaga kakayanin na i-increase pa. So, That's how things stand. Pero naibigay yung initial na 1K. Ngayon, yung mga nagtatanong tungkol dun sa additional na tinatanggap ng senior citizens na something like a minimum of 500 pesos, sa ibang cities mas mataas po talaga. So, hindi yan pantay-pantay. Kasi ang nagbibigay niyan ay local government. At sa kadalasan, initiative pa nga nila kung magdadagdag sila. Pero the minimum is 500 pesos.
Kaya pala nagtataas ng buwis sila Mayor Olivares sa tax, business tax.
Naintindihan mo na.
Para ibigay sa mga senior citizen. Ang problema, marami din senior citizen sa Paranaque, hindi nakukuha yung
Hindi
pension
nakukuha yung
nila.
kanilang pension.
Isa pa yan, di ba?
Oo.
Meron, like, ilan ang seniors ko sa bahay. Hindi na nga nila sinisingil yung sinabihan siya nandun siya nagpa-renew yata ng mga senior cards or something. Basta they were dealing with the Office of Senior Affairs. So, tinanong na, di ba may 500 pesos a month kami? Tinignan niya. Pwede ba huwag nyo nang hingin niya? Basta ginanon sila. Ha?
Ay sige,
Bakit?
susunod pupunta ako ron, nakapuruntong shorts, nakachinelas at butas na t-shirt na...
Kasi kulang daw talaga yung pondo na nalalaan nila. So may times kung hindi ka kumuha kagad nung 500 pesos mo, wala na. Goodbye na yon. Next month kumuha ka uli. So, may nagsasabing wala daw sino nakukuha sa
Kita mo, yan ang sinasabi ko. Na binanggit natin ngayon, marami magtatanong yan.
Magtatanong na nga. Tanong niyo po dun sa Office of Senior Affairs.
Oo, meron po. Bawat LGU meron po.
But this is, this is additional.
Huwag po kayo magsusuot ng fake na Lacoste o dahil baka hindi kayo isali.
Ang laki ng QC rin kasi. So, hindi ko alam kung kakayanin nila yon.
Ay, naku.
Ngayon pa man, I think Mayor Joyce so far is doing a good job. Okay ang QC ngayon eh.
Naayos nila.
Maayos ngayon ang
And
QC.
speaking
Good
of
job.
QC, Sinabistek and his administrator were just
Na-arraign na?
charged.
Charged almost
Arraigned na. Arraigned na sila.
Okay.
So, ibig sabihin, nakalampas na sila ng probable cause. Filing na. So, sandigan bayan ng hearings. So, this means na yung configuration ng candidates for midterms nagbabago kahit ngayon. So, tingnan natin. Meron akong I would like to reiterate na we were talking about yung armed services. Isa dun sa dapat binabago dun sa National Defense Act is the court-martial proceedings.
Okay.
Kasi currently, ang court-martial ay under the Articles of War.
Pa rin.
Ilang testimony ako sa Senado niyan, ha? Kasi nung senador the old man, Senator Pong Biason, siya yung nag-propose ng na i-upgrade yung...
Paano saan ang gagawin doon, Drix?
Parang Uniform Code of Military Justice. Tapos, nagbibigay akong testimony kasi ilan lang naman kaming marunong mag-court martial na. And particularly, civilian lawyers, bibihira talaga yung nakapag-handle. Tapos mas bihira pa yung mga nananalo.
Okay.
So, hindi. Pero we had to give testimony on, may mga things like that are unjust. Halimbawa, i-court martial ka.
Okay.
Sideline ka na. There's what we call a senior lineal list. SLL. Yung yun yung listahan na kung yung priority, sino mauunang ma-promote. So, pag na-court martial ka, you're taken out of the senior lineal list. Tapos, even if you're acquitted, you're not put back to your old position.
Acquitted ka eh.
So, ibig sabihin, you're deprived of something. You're deprived of your seniority. Acquitted ka na.
Yan ang problema dyan. Malaking problema yan.
Case of death pala kung napapunta ka na sa court martial. Regardless kung, di ba?
Tapos ka.
Pag-guilty.
So, yun yung...
Hindi ka convicted, I mean.
Tapos in the US, hindi na rin sila dati, eksaktong.
Kasi natin bilis yan, di ba?
Meron sila. Yung Articles of War nila at saka yung atin were almost exactly alike.
Hindi ba yun, a few good men?
Exactly.
You need us.
You need us on that wall.
Hindi ako more of localized. Si General, what's his name? Durante.
Durante.
So
Correct,
he's now in the lineal.
He's now out of the seniority.
The seniority,
Isa sideline ka.
Wala ka muna dito.
It
Pero pag na-acquit
matters,
siya, hindi na rin siya maibabalik.
General siya eh. So, konti lang yung
paso
ano eh.
pag general ka,
Hindi,
iba ang ano.
even if he doesn't get back sa SLL, general ka na eh. Magre-retire ka.
Oo,
with the
marami
result.
ka na eh.
bagay.
Granting na hindi siya makonvict ng court martial.
Kasi pag convicted siya, tapos siya.
Tapos na, wala na yan.
Wala.
No benefits, no ano.
Complete wala.
And in a perfect world, kulong. Diba?
Kung
Kulong. Iba yung...
diniin mo naman yung convicted na hindi pa naman
Hindi pa nga siya convicted.
Hindi pa kasi
diba?
convicted, pero in the eyes of the public,
Huwag ka mag-alala, General. Ini-research na ni Direk Eric Mati.
yung iyong ano,
Storya mo. Ang pelikula yan.
nakakausap mo ba si Eric?
Hindi. I just an admirer of his, yung mga social realism. At laging corrupt police, corrupt military.
Actually, yan yung mga magagaling.
Corrupt politicians.
After the late directors Eddie Romero, Lino Broca, di ba, Ismael Bernal, magagaling na mga ano to.
Hindi, mahilig siya, gritty, mga gritty, straight from the, yun na nga minsan, ang criticism nga lang sa kanya, tsaka si Brillante Mendoza. Lintik, nagre-research lang yata kayo mula sa dyaryo tsaka sa radyo.
Hindi nyo tinitingnan talaga.
Kulang ng
Straight
lalim.
out of the pages of yung mga nila
Alam mo na may miss ko na iba pa na producers. Kaya nung yung mga General Luna, nawala na yung
ay, siya na yan,
Kailan
Gerald
lang yan?
Tarog. Tuloy pa rin. Si Mark May, ginawa niya yung...
Hindi, ibig
But
sabihin
the
ko
problem
yung
is
mga
mahal.
producers, ang mahal na.
Mahal gumastos.
Mahal.
Yan nga yung lamang ng Korea sa atin.
Ginastusan nila talaga.
May incentives yan, dapat eh.
Tayo dapat kasi ako gusto kong manood ng mga ganyan.
Yung pinaporot mo palagi, Maria Clara ba yun? Ano yun?
That was a risk.
Sa Channel 7?
Oo. At gaya nun, in-stretch nila into 82 episodes yata na that's difficult. Mahirap ulitin uli kasi unang-una mga kabataan millennial, sino ba manunood yan? But kaya nilalagyan nila na medyo may konting tweak na sila sa historical sa mga scripts.
But you have to give it to Annette Gozon, ha? Siya ang ano niyan, ha?
Sila GMA Films ang nag-pioneer ng use ng green screen.
Now that we're mentioning that, si Attorney Felipe Gozon is in the news din. Nga lang, is in the business section. Inamin na niya na pamahal lang talaga ang cost of operations, capex at I think parang he's looking to yung expansion ngayon, naghahanap siya ng ng partnerships, private sector na kasi pamahal lang
hindi lang 'yun. We need more people in TV. Although sinasabi nila TV is passing, it'll take a while.
Before it can really.
Because like radio, TV is a habit. Ang radyo, i-on mo yan sa umaga. Dire-diretso na yan. Ang maganda sa radyo kasi nakakatrabaho ka habang naka-on siya. Ay, shout out sa Team Bluetooth ng Karambola.
Okay.
Pero TV, ganun din. In the household, lalong-lalo na dun sa free TV, once you turn on the TV, usually dire-diretso na yan.
Tuloy na yan.
So, anong nawala? Nung nawala ang ABS-CBN? Nawala ng additional incentive to keep your TV on. Kasi we were expecting, after wala na yung ABS-CBN, papasok yung mga bagong magi-invest into the into television programs. Yun na nga ini-expect natin. We also expected na ang gobyerno will be able to incentivize ito. Nag-pandemic tayo.
Naabutan tayo doon.
Now is the time with the president steeped in the arts and in entertainment as well. Mas highbrow nga lang yung mga Marcoses. And baka there might be an opportunity na punuin natin to. Mas mura na mag-broadcast ngayon dahil meron na tayo yung mga digital.
Oo, digital
it's easier to make movies dahil sa digital. We can set up digital cinemas and all that. Kasi nga, the technology gets cheaper and cheaper habang tumatagal. Kaya nga kudos sa GMA Films. Nung mahal pa ang green screen technology, dinala nila dito. The movie was Aswang with Ding Dong Dantes.
Okay.
So, I was at the premiere.
Ito naman si Mike. Anong tindi naman ni Atty. Trixie, pinaparinggan daw ng todo si Villar yun sa all TV.
All TV.
Parang sinasabi niya, kinuha niyo yung frequency, tapos biglang wala naman kayong ginawa.
Parang ganun lang
Buporma pa sila.
nangyayari, di ba?
Parang nakakawalang gana naman yung ganyan. Kukunin niyo yan. That is an asset.
Correct.
Government,
that's
tapos
an
wala
asset,
kang
oh.
ginawa.
Oh, yung IBC.
Ano yan?
May prangkisa pa ang IBC. May equipment pa na wala lang yung ibang lupa. Pero,
Oo.
di ba? And nobody is talking
Talk
about
about
that
it,
either. So, sayang. Ang
Yung sa
daming assets
ABS-CBN,
ng
nasa
gobyerno.
di ba ginagamit?
All home.
Ha?
Nasa all TV.
All home.
Karamihan doon doon.
Okay.
Tapos kumuha rin ng SMNI, meron din tayo. Yung ganong klase. But most, nando doon.
Andyan na.
The reason I
Up and
mentioned that,
running.
ito meron akong revelation na, nung isang araw, after Karambola, meron akong binisita Nakatira sila sa condo dito sa may Scout Borromeo, which you know is very close to ABS-CBN. Mula dun sa balkonahin nila, nandun may isang malaking lote parking lot na nasa likod to nung nasa harap ng ABS-CBN. Andun lahat yung mga ubiban.
Yeah, nandun
lahat nakaparada and they're just gathering dust. I don't know. Siguro kailangan may paglagyan. So they have that hole. Siguro nire-rentahan nila yung buong So I was just thinking, ano mangyayari dito sa mga to? Or yun na nga, sa all-star, all home. Sa kanila na yun. Parang hindi nagagamit. I don't know.
Baka, slow start lang
Dapat
siguro.
bumaba ko, tinanong ko siguro yung security guard. Sir, pero
Very slow.
ang dami. I counted probably over 100 mga vans tsaka yung malalaki.
Ginagamit para sa
Pagkakataon, dapat kinukuha nila yung mga talent na iniwan ng ABS-CBN tsaka yung mga
yung
naunahan na nga
yung
sila
mga-
ng
Nagganon na.
ng Aliw 23.
Salukuyang malapit na.
Nag-disperse na at lahat. At napag-uusapan yung tungkol doon sa
parang fire
underutilized or
sale na,
unused na yung sinabi ni Cesar Camon,
Oo.
yung dalawang malalaki niyang warehouse repossessed.
Na sasakyan.
Sasakyan. Oo.
Nagulat ako nung sabi ko, ang laki ng warehouse na kung sasakyan. Yung bang-
Kaya nga naisip ko tuloy, repossessed, dapat hindi na natin binibigyan ng incentive ng mga car manufacturers, so-called car
Yeah,
manufacturers
diba?
na ito. Kunin ninyo lahat yung mga repossessed na yan at yan ayusin
Yan
ninyo.
ang-
Wag na muna kayong
mag-import
mag-import ng kung ano-ano.
ng bagong model. Hindi, mawawala ng trabaho yung mga kaibigan nating motoring editor. Alam mo, parang
You
hindi
can
sila
write about golf.
I mean, minsan naisip ko, pasensya na mga kaibigan natin yan, sila James Dickin, at saka sila, pero, si paring Ira Panganiban. Bakit ang nakahaba ng mga write-up nyo tungkol sa electric vehicles, charging? Malayo pa tayo nga, wala tayong charging station. Tapos, yan nakausap natin si Cesar Wong Chungking. Ang dami palang dalawang warehouse. Nobody's writing about that. I mean,
Kay Cesar lang yun. Paano pa yung iba?
Parang gusto mo silipin, ano kaya ang klaseng mga
Patingin
sasakyan na natin?
nga.
Mga SUV,
Meron nga may mga
Pero
SUV.
how do you charge?
Mga pick-up na mga...
Kasi dito ka lang sa bahay. Ay, sa Metro Manila. Kasi you cannot charge.
Di ba
Walang
nagkaroon
charging
pa ng
stations.
controversy yung pick-up? Nagkaroon sila ng tax break.
Tapos na repossessed.
Karambola sa DWIZ.
RPN Radio Philippines Network. Radyo Ronda. DZBS Baguio. Member kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Pag inuubo, plema. Pag hinihika, plema. Pag hirap sa paghinga, parado ng plema. Ilabas ang plema sa bisa ng lagundi. Plemex Forte Lagundi Capsule and Syrup. Ang Plemex Forte ay gawa sa natural na dahon ng lagundi na tumutunaw at nagpapalabas ng plema. Para magaan ang paghinga, hinto ang ubo, tigil ang hika. Ubo, Plemex. Hika, Plemex. Hirap sa paghinga, Plemex. Madaling tandaan, plema? Plemex! Basta lagundi, Plemex! Vitex Nigundo L. Lagundi Leaf is the generic name of Plemex Forte.
Pride Bar,
Symptoms
hindi
persist.
lang puti, kisla puti.
Pag nilaban sa Pride Bar Blue, ang puting damit ay magiging
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
sa Pride Bar Blue. Pwedeng hindi na ako magtina, anyel o bleach dahil ang Pride Bar Blue ay may power whitener na nanunuot sa bawat hibla. Kaya ang damit ay kisla puti at panayan pa sa kamay.
Mas puti ito, mas puti ito, mas puti ito.
Pride Bar Blue with power whitener. Di lang puti, kisla puti. Pride Bar Blue. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Si Mommy at si Washing Machine believe sa Pride Washing Machine Detergent.
Hello, Washi!
Hello, Mommy!
Laundry day na naman! Ready ka na sa mancha, chocolate, putik, libag?
Kaya yan ang Pride Washing Machine Detergent. May triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon!
All you need is pride. All you need is pride.
Pride Detergent, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Asus, mamisos, nagrawag kayong tata. Salsalan yun sa amat namin na siltiyo.
Magisinak nga raw. Sana balik. Tasi kamot ni mangilibre. Sana ya.
Una, kurang tipagbayad ta.
Ha! Ay, naspa!
Apay pailaan, abapang kayo itipanganan, ang mabitin kayo. At tuyan, ti Samji Station, eat all you can. When gagayim, husto tinangagyo, eat all you can. 350 lang ti maysa, at dan ti unli pork kan unli chicken nyo. 450 pesos met no unli beef, unli pork, kan unli chicken. The Samji Station. Eat all you can. Ada discount para kadagiti ubing nga tawin iti 5, ngaging ga iti 12. Discount para kadagiti senior citizens can PWDs. Saan laday ta? Makarelax kayo pa'y kada Biyernes, Sabado, ken Domingo, gaputa adati live acoustic banda. Amang rugi alas 6 iti rabii, ngaging gat alas 9 iti rabii. The Samji Station. Eat all you can. Masarakan iti second floor, 3K Building, Swamp, Kilometer 6, Butag, La Trinidad, Bigat. Nakalukat da alas 10 iti agsapa, ngaginggat alas 10 iti rabii. Asidag da ito'y iti opisina ti Rafi Tulfo in Action Office. No kaya't kita pa-reserve, kat mabalin. Umawag kayo laeng, uno text iti numero 0916-282-7868. The Samji Station. Eat all you can. Ne, apay tata, inanyumot din ultimo lata.
Ay, kit ko namat ngamin nga. Eat all the can. Naspa!
Oh!
Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Always remember, sa paglinis, pakitabin ang sahig. Mrs. Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max.
Star Wax, the #1 floor wax. Adaan waterproof formula. Sibukan man iti danom, agsubliti sila piti datar.
Star Wax, Star Wax, Wax. Kitang na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax floor wax. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
This station is a proud member of the Kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas, celebrating 50 years of serving the nation through responsible broadcasting.
Balikan natin ang ating mga karambulista at ang programa Karambola sa DWIZ.
Pamilya ni Totet de Jesus, birthday Alisa Quevedo.
Hi, Alisa. Maligayang kaarawan.
Tapos,
Sweet 16,
nakikiramay
sweet
po
18,
kami sa pamilya ni Totet de Jesus, Ruben de Jesus. He's an artist, he's a visual artist. He did a lot of illustrations for children's books sa Anvil and Adarna, I think. Adarna. So mostly, he was also a professor at the UP College of Fine Arts.
Saka siyempre tayo nakikiramay sa pamilya Lanchon. Pagpanaw ni Justice Jane Lanchon.
Ayun, nakikiramay po kami sa mga pamilya sa makalangit nawa. Yan na. Alright, ito na iniintay ninyo. Nakakaloka kayo, ha?
Mainit ang sa media at sa social media, both print at sa mga bali-balita ngayon.
Okay.
Ito yung, sa iba naman sinasabi dahil Ano ba nangyari? Unahin natin kay dating Presidente Gloria
Let's start with that.
Siya ay,
Bigla.
ano ba nangyari?
House
was
move.
not, hindi yun nakita. Alam mo niyo ba, tinignan namin how it happened din kay GMA. Kasi medyo namangha talaga ako. Dahil lumabas yung balita the other day ng alas 10 ng gabi. Nung the mainstream media finally got a hold of the news. So tinignan ko yung session. Apparently si Congressman Arroyo, GMA, was in session, pero alam niyo yung towards the end, nag-uwian na yung iba. Anyway, na-establish na yung quorum. So maagang umuwi. So nagka-clean up na lang yung mga refer to committee, refer to mga usual business that is left towards the tail end para hindi yung there's time for the congressmen, yung mga if there are any speeches or interpellations that must be made earlier on. Biglang nag-motion. Sino ba yung nag-file ng motion sa yun eh? Anyway, may nag-motion to appoint si Congressman Dong last name ko, Gonzales. Of the 3rd District of Pampanga as senior deputy na and declaring the position vacant. Parang gano'n. Kasi hindi ka pwede mag-appoint kung hindi siya vacant eh. Saka aalis lang ni Congressman Arroyo nung time na yun. Ang bilis ng pangyayari. After that, nag-vote, majority, it was carried, tapos they may motion to appoint Congressman Arroyo as Deputy Speaker. Ngayon, 10 po yung Deputy Speakers ng House. So, nadagdag na lang siya doon, tapos ginawang senior si Kong Dong. Now, as far as we know, si Congressman Dong and Congressman GMA are very good friends. Yeah. That in fact, I understand that si GMA mentored Congressman Gonzales early on, and they work well together. So medyo it was surprising. And then the announcement was made nga na the purpose was to unburden
unburden
si Kong GMA.
Unburden ibig sabihin nabibigatan ka kaya bahagyang tatanggalin ng bigat sa'yo. Yung pasan mo na bigat.
Where she's never complained, and there's never been any reports that she has fallen behind in any of her work. Now, before somebody, bago may magmagaling dyan, marami na kasi ako nabasang comments dun sa sa social media, not the current one, na sinasabi wala naman yung position ng senior deputy. No, that's not true.
Ceremonial lang yan?
No.
Okay.
GMA took it seriously. Okay. So in the absence of the speaker, he will preside and so on. And you know that GMA doesn't take these things lightly. No. So she has always, and there's been never any complaints about that. Now, back to last year. Elections, sino ba ang nag-hammer out ng UNITEAM? So, we cannot deny the participation of GMA in bringing together the Vice President and the President to run as the UNITEAM.
Si VP Inday at si PBBM.
For whatever. The understanding was, although it's never, I don't know if it's been published, the understanding was that GMA would become Speaker of the House. So when the announcement had been made that that the president, what do you call that, endorsed ba? His cousin, late Congressman Martin Romualdez, Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, people were a little surprised, and of course he handily won, syempre majority. And he is also, like Congressman GMA, a member of Lakas. Tama, di ba? Lakas CMD.
They are stalwarts.
Of which, the Vice President also had sworn in earlier on as a member. Of course, we know that she was recruited by Congressman GMA. So, very recently, yun na nga. So, nung natanggal si Congressman GMA from her position, her response, her first statement was a very terse. It's a prerogative of the House.
Ano ba terse?
Terse. Short, pithy.
Maikli. Wala nang palamuti pa. Ito.
So, kapansin-pansin yun because GMA is usually diplomatic. She will explain. she will say thank you to so and so. This happened later, pero in the initial stages, alam na natin, may this must have stung, this must have hurt. This was not an ordinary event. Kumbaga, nobody becomes a non-senior deputy speaker overnight without any, and nobody had even been talking about it. Basta out of the blue ito.
Nobody is unburdened without being first told na you will be unburdened. Walang ganon.
So,
nakatingin
we were waiting kasi may magka-clarify That eventually may magka-clarify dyan or may maglalabas na ito yung totoong reason kung bakit. So ang unang nag-report was politiko saying na the congressman who engineered her quote-unquote demotion was because she they said that she was trying to oust the speaker and that she wanted to, kumbaga siningil niya, gusto niyang siya yung umupo. In addition to which, pero yun, tingin ko hanas na yun yung sinasabi na mahalaga yung position bilang speaker kasi kung sakasakaling may impeachment, ang laki ng say mo doon. Pero ang tingin ko, overreach na yun. Doon sa opinion lang, but you can think whatever. So doon sa, seeing that the news was coming out, lumalabas na, nagkakaroon na ng speculation. Si Congressman GMA came out with a statement. And in this statement, she was back to her usual diplomatic self. She showed support for the president, for the speaker. She indicated that the reason that napaghinalaan siya was because she took some congressmen to South Korea. And it isn't clear what, based on her statement, kung anong ginawa doon. Probably it was a vacation, probably a study tour, because she had been traveling. She went to China with some students to show them around and keep in touch again with some of the officials who were very active during her presidency. So, kumbaga, she was conducting diplomatic relations. This is a good time to do it considering the possibility of conflict. Okay. So, she also indicated that she took the bull by the horns. Sinabi niya talaga na, when I was president, I did promise, I could not fulfill my promise not to run for my own term as president because at the time I was handling very huge responsibilities such as addressing the issues of terrorism, etc. And she could not she could not comply. But now, perspective, now I am a congressman. I am devoted to my duties. I respect the speaker, and this is where she will stay. She's not, while she used to be interested in the position of speaker, she understands that the confidence of the president rests in Speaker Romualdez and that he has shown exemplary leadership, etc. She's not interested in it. And no matter what happens, even if it is offered, even if she's voted in, she will not accept the position. She will not serve
diplomatic
as House Speaker.
That in itself is a big story na. And then, biglang the early hours of this morning, our Vice President has resigned. Issued a statement resigning from
the
Lakas CMD party.
Yes. Teka, let me just
anong ibig sabihin?
call it up for me.
She most probably will go back to her party, which is
Hukbong. So in her statement, she announced her irrevocable resignation as Lakas CMD
May mga
member.
sinabi pa siya, but hindi wala sa
She made sure that she showed her gratitude to the party. She made sure to reiterate her commitment to the president. Importante yan Sabi niya, trust that my word, my commitment will be immutable. Immutable means unchangeable. She acknowledged the mandate given to her by the Filipino people and then adds, and this cannot be poisoned by political toxicity or undermined by execrable political power play. I call on all leaders to focus on the work that must be done and leave a legacy of a strong and stable homeland. the imagery is not accidental. Every single word in this statement, because it's very short, has meaning, and there is a message that she intends to convey. So ang pinakakapitan dito is yung terms, this cannot be poisoned by political toxicity or undermined by execrable political power play, which means she acknowledges that the recent events, without actually saying
GMA,
so,
dating ay
are driven by these things. It was a political power play. It is toxic. So she will not be part of that. That's basically what she's saying.
And even yung salitang execrable, sintabi sa mga kumakain, ginagamit lang yan sa mga panahon na hindi dapat ginagamit pag kumakain. So medyo matindi ang kanyang sinabi.
So, yun yung, that's the
execrable is mabaho.
Kasi ang tinitignan natin dito is, nung lumabas yun na, when GMA was ousted from her position as senior deputy speaker, lumalabas na yung angas. And we knew based on the what we were seeing already, yung mga lumalabas na yung mga comments, not social media, we're also looking at trad media and how this was going to be put forward. Si GMA, seeing that the language was already either going to attack her and then indicate political ambition, power play, etc., this would strongly affect her influence. Inunahan niya. What she did was she de-escalated.
Nag-de-escalate siya.
Para hindi magka-snowballing effect, both against her and possibly against the party. Kasi, ang pangit naman nun, stalwart silang dalawa ni Speaker Romualdez. She cannot be, or how do you call this? Hindi pwedeng magmukhang kasama siya dun sa pag-taint ng partido.
Pero yung statement ni VP Inday naman, well, it's not a de-escalating type of statement. It's a statement of fact na we know what's going on. Ano nangyayari. I stand by
I stay by the president, but I will not be in the party.
Ganon.
Anyway, hindi naman member ng party ang presidente.
Hindi na.
So, fortunately for that. Insights was Jonathan, tahimik
mukhang
nyo.
tahimik mo, pero yun na nga, this is roiling na in the political scenario nangyayari sa Pilipinas.
Doon sa mga backroom talks. In the backroom talks, may mga nagsasabi that there were certain congressmen who wanted to push talaga for a change of leadership.
In the House.
Yes. So, existent yun. Hindi yan, how do you call this, kapraningan, kumbaga. There really were, agitations for a change of leadership. Some were saying, some were complaining about the speaker himself, and then there are other issues such as the performance of the House has been exemplary in passing the necessary bills of the president. But there are other things that were considered glaring in its omissions. I think nasama dyan yung smuggling issues. So, dun sa but it was not GMA herself. Yun yung lumalabas sa mga backroom talks ngayon. Is that she wasn't the one, mayroong nagmagaling.
Hindi siya nagmamachination.
Hindi siya.
May mga tao.
May mga nagmamagaling. They were seeing, may pagkakataon na.
Parang binubuyo ba ng buyo?
Hindi naman si GMA. But lumabas yung balita. So, di ba yung sinasabi natin dito, yung salita lang may effect yan eh. Kahit wala pang gumagalaw, magsalita ka. Like talk of war, talk of change of leadership. Syempre, alangan naman hindi po protektahan ng leadership ang sarili nila. And so this was the reaction. So to that perceived threat. Now, ang ko dito is kasi it was fast, it was planned, and diba, it was kept on the tail end of the session day. So, one, hindi to accident. This was planned. This was coming in several days. And two, they considered the threat as serious. Kasi alam naman nila na pag tinanggal nila si GMA, may consequences yan.
May consequence na yan.
Merong yan. Plus, the perception of GMA is that she's a strong ally but a dangerous enemy. So, Oh, yay, woman power, no?
Strong ally, dangerous enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, when I grow up, I want to be like that. Diba? Yeah, can you imagine being thought of as that? You don't turn your back on on somebody like that. So, considering her expertise, her ability to maneuver in politics, the image alone, the fact that she always lands on her feet, means she knows what to say at the right time, what to do at the right time. So merong nagpwelsa dito. But the two things that are our takeaways here is that number one, the threat is serious, and the Vice President acknowledged its existence. There's a power play. She will not be part of that power play or the political toxicity accompanying it. Meaning, she's still with the President, solid with the President. But she's also her own person. So,
walang quote kay Speaker so far, no?
He should be above these things.
Yes.
Speaker.
It is the prerogative of the House. Sinabi na
Acknowledge ni GMA. Kaya nga, alam ko na kahit paano, she left the door open. Kahit, alam ko yung first statement, it's the prerogative of the House. Matara yun eh. And it showed that it stung.
Siyempre, nabigla siya doon.
Yun ang gusto nila eh. Parang ganun eh. And it was, kumbaga, a statement na, okay this is the line. You crossed it, okay, alam ko na. The explanation made sure na hindi na nag-stand yung first statement niya. De-escalate. I'm with the President. I support the House leadership. I am but a congressman. I am no longer President. And it's very clear dun sa wording ng kanyang statement is that she has no ambitions. There is no power play here. I am not the author of that power play. So yun yung statement na gusto niya iparaning. On the other hand, si Inday follows that up by saying, acknowledge may power play, acknowledge the toxicity, I will not be part of that. But because she resigned from Lakas CMD, she also acknowledges that this is part of that political toxicity, part of that power play. So in other way, buhay ang unity team in the sense that the President and the Vice President are still there. They still, they work together. There's no danger na mabubuwag yung partnership ng dalawa. But there are other moving parts here. So I'm excited to see what happens next. Yan eh.
Walang quote ang Speaker. Definitely walang quote ang President.
Hindi makikialam yan. Hindi makikialam yan. In the first place, while he is the chairman of the Partido Federal, he has not been actively working towards a situation where he gets all of the others join the party. He is leaving this party operations to
that's the smart
wala siyang ganun.
The de facto party of the President is Lakas. Because they're the ones who carry out the orders eh. Not orders. Sila yung nag-bolster ng leadership niya. The support in Congress is primarily for the President. Tignan nyo yung House 31 priority bills from the President's SONA. 24 have been passed in the House. The Senate, may statement sila, hopes that by the end of this Congress, makapasa sila ng 5.
There is a ruling coalition kasi. Lakas, of course, PDP Laban, NP, NUP, NPC, and of course the party list coalition. Meron silang ganun. So that is the ruling coalition right now in the House. So, and it has, these things have implications beyond the House.
Beyond the House.
Yes.
With
in the national scenario.
With the VP coming out with that kind of a statement.
Yes.
And so, But yung mga nanunulsol, tigil-tigilan nyo na panunulsol ninyo kasi sinabi na ni Inday, may Vice President na hindi nyo ako pwedeng ganunin. Hindi ako kasama dyan sa workout na ganyan. So, if you want some other things to do it yourself. Huwag nyo akong sama.
Itong unraveling na to, yung
So early
baghag
na,
nung
no?
himulmul. Hindi ba parang napakaaga, 1 taon pa lang.
Ano yan eh?
Next question naman, 2028 na nandun, parang aga yata.
Hindi naman. It happens.
Nangyayari yan.
Kasi, unfortunately, hindi, of course, no, it's not as welcome in a development as we had wanted. Ang kagalingan lang yan is that the president and the vice president were elected as one team.
Yun.
Kung nagkataon na magkahiwalayan, ay talagang magiging mas maano ang ingay ng mas maano ang ingay sa labas at loob at ng bansa. Ganun yan.
So, di ba?
Yeah,
Not bad.
mabuti that these things have but this is this is something that needs to be looked into more seriously.
Yep.
Ano yan?
Tsaka ang gusto kong makita yung driving forces. So bakit what pushed the congressman to
to make that move right there and then. Well, isa kaninang narration mo so ostensibly nagulat din si GMA nung siguro pagsakay na sa kotse.
Ganito yun, if she knew it was going to happen, she wouldn't have been there at all. Either that or knowing her, if she had advanced knowledge, kinausap na niya yung mga yan. She would have been able to, kahit paano may galaw siya. So it would have been either to head it off or to not be present.
Siguro yun lang ang kagulat-gulat na gumalaw sila at this particular point in time, or in that manner, in that, parang may sense of urgency bigla. Would you agree? Parang may, yung to say, tapos, even that hastily drafted statement, we want to unburden her. That is so lame.
It's lame. Correct.
So
That's the word. Lame. Lame. Couldn't come up with something less humiliating. Ano ba? Kasi parang sinasabi nila na na hindi niya kaya.
Tinatanggal naman siya ng bigat at nahihirapan siya.
And they made the decision for her. It didn't come from her. So talagang kitang-kita na this was not a friendly gesture. It was intended to humiliate her. And her first reaction showed that. The second reaction means that the consummate politician that she is, umiral yung sensibilities niya. And that is why she's still surviving in politics to this day. Yeah. This is bukod sa na it's in her genetic material, I think this is also a talent. And something that Inday Sara is learning. Magbabalik ang Karambola. Ang oras natin, 9:34 ng umaga.
This time check is... Karambola sa DWIZ.
RPN Radio Philippines Network, Radyo Ronda, DZBS Baguio, member kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Ang lemongrass na napatunayang nakakababa ng blood pressure, luyang dilaw na nakakaalis ng insomnia at bad cholesterol, ampalaya na mabisa sa diabetes at malunggay na puno ng mga bitamina at mineral. Lahat ng ito at iba pang natural antioxidants pinagsama sa Herbalaya Food Supplement. Alagaan at proteksyonan ng katawan. Mag-Herbalaya Food Supplement araw-araw. Herbalaya Food Supplement, ang 5-in-1 immunity booster. Herbalaya, mabibili sa inyong mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang produktong ito ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ang buhay ay masaya pag ang hugasin ay easy, lalo na sa masebong kaldero at kawali.
Kaya mag-Smart Dishwashing Paste, pang heavy-duty hugasin.
Ang galing.
Smart!
Yan ang Smart Dishwashing.
May double tanggaling formula, tanggal galing ang sebo at bakterya. Kaya ang Smart #1 Dishwashing Paste.
Ang galing.
Smart!
Yan ang Smart Dishwashing. dishwashing.
Smart dishwashing paste. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing. ISO certified. World-class quality.
Para itibado nga ka-bloom itibanglo, padasan iti Charm Fabric Conditioner.
Charm Fat Con, bangong gumagabloom. Charm Fat Con, damit ay may bangon ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner with Stay Fresh Technology. Baduket ka-bloom itibanglo.
Charm Fat Con, bangong gumagabloom. Charm Fat Con, damit ay may bangon ng salibong bulaklak.
Charm Fabric Conditioner. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Sa panahon ngayon, kau ba'y sigurado? Kau ba'y protektado? Ang pamilya ay i-shield mo.
Laban sa bakterya,
I-shield mo.
labanan pati virus,
I-shield mo.
Shield That Soap. Patay ang 99.9% of bacteria and virus tested. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association.
sa sakit protektado,
I-shield mo.
pamilya'y protektado,
I-shield mo.
Shield Bath Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Lemex na! Kawawang batay, lubo, hinika. Parado ng salbay, plema. May halamang munti, natural ng pampawi. Kung tawagin ay lagundi. Nasa Plemex for Kids yan. Sarap, lasa orange, yummy, banana. Plemex na!
Sa ubo ng Baby Pasteco, Plemex Lagundi for Kids. Pinalalabnaw at pinalalabas ang plema para sa maginhawang paghinga.
Tigil na ubo, sarap na huminga. Plemex lagundi for kids na. Basta lagundi, Plemex.
Vitex Nagundu L. Lagundi Leaf is the generic name of Plemex for kids. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Balikan natin ang ating mga karambulista at ang programa Karambola sa DWIZ.
Of urgency ngayon niya, manalo sa raffle.
Then, okay naman na, no? At least si Vice President came out with that kind of a statement.
Well, and you see the Vice President is growing into yung political maturity niya. Nagde-develop, nagkakaroon ng depth, nagkakaroon ng... She's still Inday Sara, but expanding yung kanyang experience and wisdom. Nice. I like the way it's turning out.
The initial battleground there now will be the party itself, meaning lakas. What are they going to do about it? Ano mangyayari dyan at ano yan? Because, of course, nandiyan pa rin yung mga iba. Kaya sina Jody B, Speaker de Venecia, he remains a chairperson. I don't know whether GMA remains a member of Lakas kasi you remember she got out of the party and joined PDP laban towards some time back. So
speaking of, I think this is the time for PDP laban to rise to the occasion. Develop your party, develop you don't have to be the opposition kasi clearly they support the president and the vice president. But you can't leave it in the hands of some of the people that you've left it to.
No, actually they have more or less reorganized themselves. Ang presidente nilang Don Gonzales, the senior deputy speaker, is a senior member of, I think he's the treasurer of PDP Laban, and Congressman Alvarez is now the president.
The vice chairman. Siya yung chairman. The vice chairman is former DOE Sec Cusi.
So nandyan sila. And I think they have issued certain statements regarding that, etc. So ang ano ngayon will be lakas. How is it going to work? How is the party going to work now? After this, di ba? Kasi sila yung nagkaroon ng break within that party.
Talaga?
So we'll have to find out.
Yung lakas.
Lakas, yeah.
Lakas talaga. How are they going to...
I think the vice president is the chairman of Lakas.
Was.
Hindi, well,
dati,
up
dati.
to the time na nag-tender siya ng resignation. So,
Until this morning.
so we'll have to find out ano mangyayari ngayon dyan sa Lakas party, because for a long time talagang yan ang bumuo ng katakot-takot yan, of course, will be GMA and Martin. They were the two people
silang dalawa,
na
diba?
talagang who resuscitated
And then
Lakas
drove it up, di ba?
Lakas back into life.
Yeah.
Diba? Yan ang naging problema dyan. So we'll have to find out.
Masaya
Okay, di abangan natin sa mga
susunod na in the meantime.
I think that kasi with an existing dynamic with two strong political parties, at least two, di ba? Meron pang iba like, teka, na out of the doldrums na ba yung mga NPC and all that?
No. They are very strong parties.
Yun, see?
The ruling coalition is a strong coalition.
I
very
think
strong.
that the individual parties should propel. For instance, kung ang feeling natin, alam natin that there how do you call this, may gaps or lagging yung ibang major workers sa gobyerno, i.e. certain cabinet secretaries, dapat ang tumutulak sa kanila, the political parties should help the national conversation along. Identify the areas where we can do better. Hindi lang parang ang nangyayari, you're leaving it all up to the president, leaving it all up to the and it does him a disservice. He's doing so much na nga. Ang masaya nga kay Presidente Marcos is he doesn't have to head a party. He is the de facto party is Lakas, Partido Federal. He has not been active in Partido Federal. He can be just the president. So dapat yung mga
he's the president of the ruling coalition. That's all.
Yes.
Kasi malalakas naman yan
Exactly. On their own, malalakas.
Aside from Lakas, merong NUP, may NPC, may Nationalista Party.
Yes.
Nationalista Party.
Of course, there are local parties like yung Hugpong. They have members who are in government. And then may mga iba pa na who are also active locally. Local parties are
Hugpong yung Davao-based
yung party ni VP. And one of their senior officials is a Deputy Speaker Sid Ungap.
Okay.
Hugpong yan. He's a Hugpong senior official.
So do you think the Vice President will organize Hugpong now and make it a national party?
I don't think she's interested in that at this point.
No. Okay. Busy siya ngayon, di ba?
She just said that
there
are a lot of things that need to be done.
Katutok siya sa Department of Education at saka sa chair siya. Ano ba siya? Co-chair? O ano ba ayos na ba natin? Co-chair ng LCA. NTF LCA. So dito pa lang talaga nakatutok yung focus niya.
So marami yan. DepEd lang Dami na yung problema dyan sa DepEd. Kailangan ayusin niya. So, marami.
I'm happy there's something to watch. No, because you see them, for instance, it's always good to see the Vice President rise to the occasion. It's good to see, you see master politicians at work, like GMA, maneuvering around this, and still turning it into something like a victory for herself. Kasi na-de-escalate niya, nagawa niya but at the same time, strong support coming from the Vice President for Congressman GMA. I'm thinking she's landing on her feet. Might not be over yet, but she's still kumbaga hindi siya nabakbak.
Hindi.
Which could have been the outcome had she not initiated the de-escalation.
Which is kasi naman yung how do you call it? Yung attack or kumbaga sa boxing to, parang may style sa boxing, parang biniblitz mo yung kalaban, yung sinunod-sunod mo, jab, straight, hook, gano'n. Ito, para bang napilitan napilitan umistraight, hindi mo alam, parang dumaplis. Ang problema niya, pag dinaplisan mo ang kalaban na tanong, makakabalik yan. May yung sabi niyo, may expect, consequence ka na, ganyan. So, that's the problem sa mga ganyang klaseng, move na hindi mo ganong, hindi mo alam kung why now, bakit yung sense of urgency, but hindi couple of months from now or a year from now, but when things are a little bit more mas planado mo, mas may bala ka, mas may gravitas yung attack mo. So ito, while mukhang nagulat si GMA, nagulat siguro is more, yung gulat niya is more asar at inis. O sige, tingnan natin, dinesigalate niya. So she's landed on her feet, ika nga. Para bang intended effective na.
Kailangan yata mag-focus ng lakas.
Very focused right now.
Right now. See, they should be in focus.
Interesting.
I want to be a fly on the wall there.
You and Eric Mati would like pakinggan.
But ako, for me, this is instructive para sa ating mga watchers. This is well, one, aside from seeing GMA at work, this is how parties operate, and we're always pushing for the party system to be stronger. Para hindi may stability kasing dala ng mga partido eh. Number one, nakikita nyo yung mga agenda. Yung clear, especially when it comes to the legislature, nakikita nyo kung ano yung mga priorities. Ano yung itutulak nila, ano yung kailangan maitatag para sa bansa. At the same time, predictable, like sino ba ang sino yung sinusuportahan nila, yung mga policies, tsaka yung, how do you call this, Boss John, at parang yung outlook. Diba? Merong mindset yung mga partido. So, it gives you some kind of stability. Kasi pag nakikita mo, okay, pag itong partido ang in place, these are the potential policies. Ito yung pupuntahan. Ito yung nila. So, for example, kung yung partido mo woke, expect a lot of legislature that will support all that wokeism. This is just an extreme example. Ang para sa akin, one of the best examples of a party man is si Juan Flavier before, when he was in the Senate. He was always very stringent para sa kanya, strictly adhering to the party stance. And maganda yung lumalakas yung partido kasi kung nag-aambisyon tayo na magiging babalik tayo sa parliamentary, it's really the parties that will that balance things out. Yung yung mga the how do you call this? Yung self-limiting effect na ginagawa, yung disciplining effect internally ng parliamentary system is done by the parties themselves. So, dapat pinapalakas natin yung mga partido dito. So, at dapat ini-encourage natin na ganun nga ang galaw ng ating mga politicians. Also, all of this jumping between parties. Wala Ang nangyayari lang, nagkakaroon ng isang mega party na, and there's no balance. There's no check and balance. Effectively removes an opposition.
Nawala sa dictionary, aggregation.
Samahan.
Partido.
I mean, I don't mind coalitions. You'll need one talaga when there's no strong party system. But effectively, ang nangyayari para sa akin, it's a mega party, and hindi na i-encourage yung opposition, yung criticism, yung mga constructive
may opposition
criticism.
naman tayo
Really?
Yung hindi yung kasalukuyang nalulungkot dahil sa mga nangyari last May. At ngayon ay hope springs eternal dahil nakita nila yung nangyayari sa Thailand at sa Turkey na maaari pa lang ang opposition ay lumakas uli. At ang ruling party o coalition o yung ay mag-fall from power, fall from grace. Although siyempre wishful thinking po yan, magtrabaho muna po kayo.
At least with this thing, the parties are intact. in the ruling
Yes,
coalition.
hindi nagkakaano.
Hindi sila, and then, it's also a credit to the president. He did not, in effect, signal anything na, oy kayo, pumunta kayong lahat dito sa partido nito, Wala siyang
ganon.
So he is respecting the ruling coalition system.
He doesn't look that type of politician naman,
Hindi siya ganon. Hindi siya ganon. Otherwise, lahat yan, naging, party man in the presence of the president. But he is not actively, working on that.
Ito, sabi daw ni Senator Ping Lacson, it was a failed coup.
Okay, tama yun.
The language,
Failed coup.
Nakakita. Very nuanced kasi yung talk about this. Para sa akin,
Kaya
sige,
natural
sabihin
yung
na natin na
de-escalation
ganun.
statement na yan at itong execrable ni yan. Kasi sila, they failed.
Para sa akin, sige, sabihin na natin na it was without admitting. Let's say, without admitting that it actually was.
Sinabi niya. There is a statement
it
coming
was
from
he characterized it as a failed coup. So, para sa akin, sige, let's say na, yan, for me, I still see the it's all upside, number one, nag-emerge si Inday. She's coming into her own. Umalis siya sa lakas, the elephant in the room is that there is something drove this to happen. Hindi ko lang alam pa, hindi ko pa napipinpoint what exactly drove this to
Senator Lacson, failed ko nga daw.
No, but you'll still, if you're benefiting from the current situation, like, diba, wala naman, wala lang kay GMA, the speakership? I doubt if that you would launch something this ambitious just to sit as there something triggered this.
But she had that already before, right?
Yeah. The move of in other words, if it is a failed coup, sabi siguro ni Inday, I'm not part of that. I'm getting out of this thing. Hindi ako interesado sa ganun.
But she also resigned from the party.
From the party.
That disciplined the attempted.
Ang niyan is that if what Senator Lacson is saying is if that is his view and he's getting information on his own na ganyan yan, ang sinasabi niya ngayon is that in the case of the Vice President, hindi ako kasama dyan. If ever. If that is true.
In the failed coup.
Parang yun sinasabi niya.
Yeah, well, definitely there's that. But at the same time, so that's the language, but at the same time, she resigned from the party that disciplined the alleged
she
coup, how do you call this? Alleged or rebels. Diba? So that for me, that also says something.
Kasi
she's not
if you're talking about lakas now becomes really Martin's party in effect. So he is that is his party now because the vice president is supposed to be the highest ranking elected official. Given usually the honors of leading a party, resigned. Then, if it is true that President GMA has not really returned to Lakas formally, then that is really now Martin's party, the Speaker's party, in effect.
Yeah.
Parang ganyan yan. So, let's see how Lakas will work it out from there. Kasi marami rin doon, because they were partners in building up Lakas, are part of the GMA group. So, yan. Tignan natin how things will work out.
I think things are still happening. May mangyayari pa. I'm expecting things to happen.
A lot are happening.
A lot are happening. But for me, it's still all good, Kasi nga, nakikita mo yung development ni Vice, ni Inday.
Hindi kasi yung aking it's premature to say premature move na nangyaring yan. Plus tong statement ni ni Senator Lacson is para bang they were, ano ba, what's the term? They were, the people who engineered this move, they didn't see any ghosts in the closet. They were real. May nakita sila.
May nakita.
At kaya sila gumalaw.
Yeah,
Trust, may nakita
imposibleng
kami.
walang trigger eh.
Oo,
Imposible.
imposibleng walang trigger.
Gagalaw ka ba ng ganyan?
Hindi
na,
sila
ano?
basta praning na
Oh, and I
Yan
don't
nangyayari.
think it was ambition, ha? I don't think that was that. I just can't pinpoint what it is.
Yeah,
Kasi masyadong malaking at stake, ambition lang. Ang daming ibang paraan eh. There's the sip-sip method. There's something like this. Grabe yung you would have to think 10 million times before you start something
Remember,
like this.
hindi ito gaya nung, just for sake of mga scenario, remember nung si Cayetano at si Lord Velasco, hindi ganito to eh, yung overt talaga na nagdanasa para sa proposition na gano'n. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking through my head. But I defer to you, Kung John. What's going on?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Oh, but
There will be a lot of things that will probably...
I think we really, all of us have to go out and start talking to the, ano na bang chismax ninyo dyan?
But definitely, something happened along the way.
Iyon, ano kaya yung trigger?
Ngayon, yun ang and then,
at kung lalabas ba talaga?
and his brother now trying to find out how things will turn out from here.
Oo.
Kasi, siyempre, a lot of moving parts are moving.
There's the moving. Moving.
In the meantime, ang mga Pilipino ay ano pa rin, di ba? May mga kinaharap pa tayong problema pa rin.
Siyempre.
Sa pagtatapos ko lang, I just want to read this. 7 out of 10 Filipinos, while they've cut back, nagtitipid sila sa spending nila in the next 12 months, pero marami pa rin yung outlook nila positive at willing to invest pa rin sila at mag-ipon.
Maraming ganon.
Ayon sa Synergy U Government Research, 51% of Filipinos just have enough to meet their financial needs. Kasama siguro ko dyan. While 36% more or more than a third ay nahihirapan pa rin na yung ibang harapin yung mga financial needs nila sa araw-araw based sa kanilang kinikita sa buwan-buwan. So, ang sinasabi, nag-improve na to mula January of this year. Dati 38% lang eh. So ngayon 51% na. So but Filipinos nagbabantay sila doon sa increase ng prices at nagko-cope sila sa pag-reduce sa gastusin nila, di ba? Yung bang but meron pa rin daw nagsisave at nag-umaasam na sa kinabukasan, yung home upgrade, renovation, tech gadgets, travel, real estate, property, motorcycle. Mukhang hindi ako kasali doon. Hindi ko muna inaasam yun.
Yun ang resiliency.
Oo. But meron daw gano'n na 63% ang nag-aabang noon in the next 6 months. So, nag-hope pa rin ang Pinoy, di ba, na Pilipino, na mag-improve ang ating kalagayan sa mga
susunod na mga araw.
Oo. Pero, definitely, hindi muna sila naglalabas ng pera ngayon. Yung, ng gaya ng dati.
Holding.
Oo, holding.
They're in a holding situation.
I don't know how you read the survey, but it's both optimistic at yung nakabantay din.
Well, on that note.
On that note. Pero yun, disquieting kasi yung mga pangyayari ito nakaraan. Lahat tayo mag-aabang.
Let the weekend be a...
Meanwhile,
hindi siya time for reflection. So ako dyan, it's not gonna be a time for reflection. There are going to be moves.
Moving.
Yup. Lalong-lalo na yung mga pumuntang South Korea. Maraming salamat. By the way, I just like to emphasize kasi over the between the before GMA statement came out, people were saying kasi pumunta yan ng China kaya siya tinanggal. Newsflash, guys, it's not about China. Maraming salamat sa pagsubaybay sa Karambola nitong araw na ito. Tabayan ang susunod na programang Ronda Pilipinas with Sir Dennis Antenor Jr. On behalf of Jonathan De La Cruz, Joel Laksamana, we'll see you on... Ay, wala ako sa Monday. We'll see you soon. Si Radel, see you on Monday.
Karambola sa DWIZ.
That news was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Sumainyo ang programang Karambola sa DWIZ. Hanggang sa muli, tayo'y magbabalik upang ihatid ang pagtalakay sa iba't ibang mga issue. Dito pa rin sa programang Karambola sa DWIZ.
RPN Radio Philippines Network. Radyo Ronda DZBS Baguio. Member Kapisanan ng